Okay, you know what I've just realized? I can't have this Blade of Shiver and the Ice Staff out. It would sort of mess things up the least to not have the Ice Staff out, because that was only one enemy focus, so that would have basically had me at 8 instead of 9. I still would have been in the same place. So we're going to put the Ice Staff back in my hand, which means I have to discard one of these cards. I don't remember which one. I think it was the Frostbolt was the last one I drew, so we're going to put the Frostbolt back on top of my deck here. Sorry about that. You know what? I was still busy formulating a plan, but I think I've got a pretty good one over here at least. So let's start here. We're going to use Keltara's attack, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to attack the Blackwood Mage Hunter, who has physical defense of 1. She's got attack of 3, so that guy is dead already. And we will take 1 resolve for that and put 1 progress out. Like so. Then we have the Blackwood Fighter, and I have to figure out what to do with him. He's got 1 magic defense. Let me look through these cards. Maybe there's something sort of like what Herrig has to lower his defense or to increase the damage that I get from these magic attacks. No, I don't think there is one. So we're going to figure out what we're going to do. We do have the mace still, so I could use a mace against him, but he has 2 physical defense, so my mace is not going to do a lot. And then I also have, I could use Holy Immolation. So I think I'm going to use Holy Immolation against this guy. It's a regular action. Discard 1 flame card to deal 2 magic damage. You may discard another flame card to deal +1 magic damage. So that would deal 3 magic damage to the guy. He's got, what is that? 1 magic defense, so I would be dealing 2 damage to him. So let's discard Wisdom of the Flame to power that up. And we will discard, let's say, Flame Shield. And we're going to be dealing 3 magic damage to this guy. And that is 2 wounds. Okay, like so. And then, is there a way for me to kill him? Let's check that out. Okay, so I didn't see a way to kill him immediately, but what I can do is purchase Fires of Dawn. Well, I would have done that earlier in my turn. And use it right now. Oh, I also forgot to move this up, so 1, 2, 3. Like so, and then this one is another +1, and I can put a burning token on it. So that's what I'm going to do. And that way he will die at the end of the defense phase. So I think that is it for her. Don't want to enrage that guy, so I think we're done there. What are the special rules again? Oh yeah, thieves entering areas and whatnot. Okay, so we're going to draw back up. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. Got that other Fires of Dawn back. And I have a really cool card that I want to get for later, which is this, what is it? Breath of Fire. After an enemy enters any hero area, discard 1 flame card to place 2 burning tokens on every enemy, ally, and hero charter in that hero area. That's going to be very cool. But I'm not going to get it yet. I don't know. Yeah, well, I can't get it after I draw back up is the problem. But, I don't know. I think I should get it, because... And this Fires of Dawn was the last thing I drew. I'm going to have spent that 2 resolve, and I'm going to get that, because that's a really nice card that I think I should get as soon as possible. And there's 2 copies of it. Very nice. I got to get those burning tokens out, because almost all my cards are about manipulating the burning tokens. Alright, over to Herrig. I didn't really make a plan for him yet, but yeah, we'll figure something out. So, she can attack the Blackwood Mage Hunter and deal 1 wound to him. Herrig can deal... he can use his Blade of Shiver, probably. He can't put his Ice Staff out yet, but maybe he can later in the turn. And he could deal Cold Snap. You've got to get rid of the Blackwood Mage Hunter. Yeah. So we got to get rid of the Blackwood Mage Hunter first. So we're going to start with 1 enemy focus to attack the Blackwood Mage Hunter, deal 1 wound to him. And then I could deal Frostbolt, but that's better against the Cut Purse. So I probably want to deal, do my Blade of Shiver against this guy. So that is 2 enemy focus. That's going to kill it. And then put it on top of my deck like so. And so the Blackwood Mage Hunter is now killed. Get a resolve for that. And then we have the Cut Purse to deal with, so I can probably get him with my magic. And we will do a Frostbolt, which says discard 1 arcane card to deal 2 magic damage. You may discard another arcane card to deal an additional magic damage. Or you may discard 1 frost card to attach this card to the targeted enemy. And then later on, I'm going to be able to do things using my attached cards. Okay, so because of my Aura of Cold, I can use Frostbolt and discard Cold Snap, which is an arcane card, and the other Frostbolt, which is also an arcane card. Actually, no, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to equip my Ice Staff, so that costs 1. And then when I use Frostbolt, I'm going to use my Ice Staff, and putting it on top of my deck to count as though I was discarding 1 card. And I will also discard Cold Snap to count as the other card that I'm discarding. So that is 1, 2, 3. So that moves Reinforcements track up, moves this over. So that is now on this, like so. But that's going to deal 3 magic damage to this guy. I'm reducing his magic defense by 1, so he is dead. Dead as a doornail. And I get 1 resolve for that. And another, actually 2 of these. So once this guy is dead, we'll be good. I think that's going to do it for this guy's turn. So let me just think about this for a second. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for him. So we're going to draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. Actually, I'm thinking about this a little bit more. He had no cards in his hand? No, he had a Cold Snap in his hand. No, he had a Frostbolt in his hand. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. So I'm thinking about actually purchasing this. Where was it? Frost Trap. Oh, I don't have enough resolve though. But that would be a cool card to have out. And then what is this Frost Blast? That also is a cool card. Alright, well, we'll think about it more. Okie dokie. And we will take 1, 2, 3, 4 to draw back up. And then we will go into the defense phase. Blackwood Fighter is going to attack. But he does nothing to kill Tara, so that's fine. She has enough defense to defend against him. And then he's going to take 1 wound from that fire, and he's going to get killed. And that puts another progression out and puts another resolve token out, right? Yes. So that means the encounter is finished. Like so. And then we get our encounter aftermath stuff. So everybody gets back down to their starting enemy focus levels. Everybody, what else happens? We get rewards, and we get healing. So let's look at our rewards first. Oh, and we improve this location, which I always forget to do. I always forget to make it perilous to begin with, so we can't improve it until it's been perilous. So let's see what the top card of the deck is. It is another bow. No reason to have bows around. So I think we're going to continue working on getting some resolve. So that one's going to go into the bottom of the deck. We're going to get a resolve, and then we're going to discard it, draw another card. We'll keep that one out, and we're going to put this armor at the bottom of the deck, and we're going to get another resolve. So then when the time comes, we can get these stones of power and these whetstones and whatnot. I don't think I got that other resolve yet, right? Let's see, there were 2. The guy died. Yeah, and I got 2 from that. Very good. Yes. Okay, that's that. And then we get our restoration. So we each get 4 points because we have found an empty inn. So let's figure out where I want everything to go. I want to keep this Fires of Dawn around, but I also think Holy Immolation is important. We're going to put Holy Immolation first. This Wisdom of the Flame is super important. I'm not even sure how I discarded that. I think I meant to... I should have used the ability of it. So anyway, that was 3. I get 1 more. We will put a Control Flame in there as well. Don't need the flame shields quite yet. So like that, like so. We're not offending internet communities or anything. We don't need flame shields. And then he is going to just put all his cards back down there, but let's put them in the right order. Let's do Frostbolt, Cold Snap, Frost Shield, like so. And then that is it. We go into the time phase, we move this up, and then if there were some obelisks in play, we would heal them up, but there aren't any obelisks in play. Then we're going to go into the next round. We're going to drop the reinforcements track down to 0, and we are going to keep moving. So let's see. I think for Herrig, one of my goals for this game, just to try it out, is to use his Blizzard card, which is costly. Not only does it cost 4 resolve, but I have to attach 5 frost cards to it, and every time I do it, I have to move reinforcements track up. Now in the base game that's not such a big deal, but in this game it is, because every time I move the reinforcements track, I might be moving the time track too. But that's going to be one of my goals for this game, is to get his Blizzard card into play and use it for the final encounter, or some encounter, which is, the ability is deal 3 magic damage to all enemies in every area. Yeah, that's pretty good. Then deal additional damage for every frost card attached to the enemy. Bury this card, all frost attachments, remove 1 resolve from the resolve pool. Yeah, like I said, it's a costly card, but it could be pretty good. Okay, so let's, we did our reinforcements, we're going to move, and we have found another Deadlands location. This is from original Mistfall, it looks like. The Dark Shrine. When this is the active location, each enemy that deals magic damage deals +1 magic damage. Ooh, scary. So we are up here. Let's find out our encounter. Fiends at War. The lovely encounter that I get every time I play the game. Well, it is a Deadlands encounter, so we'll deal with it. And we'll put this into the area so we don't forget about it. And we need 4 red fiends. So that happens to be a fiend. That is not a fiend. Not a fiend. Not a fan. That is not a fiend. That is a fiend. That is not a fiend. That is not a fiend. That is not a fiend, it's a brigand. That is not a fiend. That is not a fiend. That is a fiend. And that is a fiend. So we got 2 red sand devils and 2 ice witches, and the ice witches are going to be the more dangerous enemies. We'll put all those out. And remember, if they deal magic damage, they deal +1 magic damage. These ice switches do deal magic damage. All fiend enemies receive +1 to their health, so all of these are going to take 4 wounds to kill. And we'll go into the pursuit phase. So obviously Red Sand Devil has to pursue her because she's got the higher enemy focus. That means the Ice Witch pursues Herrig. But she is a sorcerer, so he can actually cancel damage dealt by her. And then we have to figure out what's going on with these other two. Now, he has a weakness against Frost, but also he has a weakness against Divine. But I think I'd rather have him go to the Frost, and we'll put her here, and then everybody's got a little bit of both, like so. Okay, that is the pursuit phase, and then we're going to do the hero phase. Once again, I'm going to look at my cards and see what's up, and I will check back with you once I have a plan. Okay, one thing before we get started, I do want to use Breath of Fire. I'm going to do it when this Ice Witch enters my hero area. So we are going to, as a reflex, discard 1 flame card. So we're going to have to discard a card out of my hand, unfortunately. We'll do this Wisdom of the Flame business to put 2 burning tokens on every enemy, ally, and hero charter in that hero area, and basically go up by 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. But look at all this fire. Lovely, lovely fire. Like that. Like that. And of course 2 on me. And because I discarded Wisdom of the Flame, I get another lovely fire on me. Oh boy. Luckily I get to do things with that fire. It's not just bad news bears. But all of that is out there. That's great. And now I'm going to go over to Herrig, actually. And he's going to deal with this Red Sand Devil, I think. Because I think he can do that pretty easily. We need to kill 4 enemies to win this encounter. So we're going to have to do it somehow. So I think he's going to use his Cold Snap to start with, which is 1 magic damage, and he's going to increase his enemy focus by 1. And that deals 1 damage because he also decreased this enemy's, weakness, defense by 1. So it's 1 damage, and because it's a Frost card, it gets 1 vulnerability there. And, I mean, I probably should. I'm also going to discard this Arcane card to deal 1 more damage. So that was 2 damage total, -1 to its defense. No, he's not going to do that because he's going to need to kill it anyway with this other stuff. So we're going to also use a Frost Bolt. Let's put our Ice Staff out. Then we're going to use a Frost Bolt. And we're going to use the Ice Staff as though it were an Arcane card. And that's dealing 2 damage to that guy. So that's going to kill him. Especially because it was also a Frost ability. So like that. And he is now dead. And I get 1 resolve for that. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh dear. There we go. That was almost mildly dangerous. And we get 1 resolve for that, and of course 1 of these. Now don't forget these guys all have 4. Okay, now I have to somehow deal with this Frost Witch, or the Ice Witch. I can put out my Blade of Shiver and basically use my Blade of Shiver against the Ice Witch. I don't have any more regular actions, but I also have this ally action. The ally action is not going to do anything against the Ice Witch, so actually I should use the ally action against somebody else, one of these enemies. Let's see here. I'm going to look at my cards and see if there's anything I want to grab. Okay. I don't think I'm going to purchase anything quite yet. I am going to, I think, use this Blade of Shiver, though. So we're going to put out the Blade of Shiver. 1, 2, 3. Shung. And we are going to attack using the fast action. 2 damage. You may discard 1 frost card to deal +1 damage. Now, here's the cool thing here. It deals bladed damage. She has a vulnerability against bladed damage. So she's going to get a wound from that. Plus, it's going to decrease her defense by 1. So I'm going to be dealing 3 damage. Her defense is going to be 1. She's going to be taking... I don't know if I actually want to discard any frost cards for this. Let's see. 1, 2, and then that's going to move up by 1, and then that's going to go like that. And she's going to take a wound, and then plus another wound. Yeah, I'm going to have to discard a frost card for this because I can have Aravel deal her final wound with my ally action. So I'm going to discard, I think, this frost shield that was attached to my frost runestone. Might as well, right? And then this goes on top of my deck like so. And then I'm going to use my ally action. Oh, wait, that was 1 more wound dealt to her because I dealt 3 damage, -1 is 2, and then +1 from the bladed. And then Aravel is also bladed, so we're going to do like 1 like that. And she's going to take another wound, and she's now dead. Okay. So we get 2 resolve for that. We get 1 over here. And that is... we're doing pretty well, I think. I do want to get some stuff. If I am going to use my Blizzard, I've got to get it out sooner or later. And then I also have this Frost Trap, which would be sort of nice. And I also think I want to get these Touch of Cold cards sometime. But let's start, I think, with getting this Blizzard out, since I have quite a few, what do you call it's built up? Resolve tokens built up. So we're going to get out this Blizzard. That gives me 1 enemy focus to put it in my hero area. I had to spend 4 resolve for that. I don't think I've spent that yet, so here's the 4 resolve. And then I'm going to hold on to this Frostbolt in my hand. But I guess I could attach these cards from my Frost Runestone to my Blizzard. Yeah, we're going to do that. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to move enemy focus up when I do that. I don't know, man. It's got to be done at some point, right? We're going to leave it alone for now, I think. Okay, so end of his hero turn, he's going to draw back up. Like so. And like so. And I've got these 2 Arcane Inspirations. Those don't count as part of my hand, so I get to draw 2 more, actually. And I've got lots of stuff for next turn. Okay, and then we have Sigrid's turn, and she is a little bit in trouble because she's got, look at all these flame tokens she has. Oh no! But she's got lots of things to deal with that. So she has, for instance, Fiery Gaze. No, that doesn't work for this. Holy Fire. No, that doesn't work for this. Mercy of the Flames. Discard up to 3 divine cards to target 1 hero or ally for each card so discarded. For each 1 Blurring token a targeted ally receives 2 restoration and may remove 1 condition. For each burning token a targeted hero receives 2 restoration and may remove 1 condition or draw a card. So that's pretty cool. I also have, for each 1 burning token on your hero charter, you may move 1 flame or divine card from your discard pile to the top of your deck. Draw 1 card, place this card on top of your deck. So that's pretty cool. And I also have this one, which is nice. Resolve the effects of all burning tokens on all heroes, allies, or enemies. Do not discard any condition tokens. So basically, everybody just dies in fire. That's a pretty cool card. And this Ravenous, whenever you resolve any conditions, each burning token resolves twice. Now, I'm not sure about that one. I think that means maybe on the enemies as well. Whenever you resolve any conditions, each burning token resolves twice. then place this card on top of your deck. And there was one that where did it go? Basically, I am not affected by burning tokens, or like I get to skip over each one. Let me see if I can find it. All right, here it was. Actually, it was one of my reward gears. The Ring of Dawnfire. When resolving any conditions, you may ignore the effects of up to 2 burning tokens. So that's pretty cool. But I think for now, I do think I want to get some of these cool cards into play. But which one do I want? Let's see. Mercy of the Flames. This would be a good one to have. The Conflagration is also very cool. And of course, Ravenous Flames. I think I have to check the rules on that, but I think that one's very cool too. Basically, every time you resolve any conditions, each burning token resolves twice. I think that applies to any enemy that has it, as well as also the heroes, which sort of sucks. So that's pretty cool. It says whenever. The weird thing about that is it says whenever, not when, but you have to put the card on top of the deck. So does that last the whole phase? Does it last a whole turn? Does it last just for one enemy? Whenever implies it lasts for the whole turn at least, but it's really not clear. Okay. So back to what we were doing here. So again, the Ice Witch has a vulnerability against slashing, so I should probably use my Keltara ability against her. That would deal 1 damage plus 1 from her vulnerability. She's still got 2, but of course the burning tokens are going to take care of that. But I should probably kill her first if I can. Oh, by the way, also, when I put that burning token on this guy, that was a divine card that caused that to happen, so he takes a wound from that vulnerability. So, let's see. Well, we got these flame bursts. Discard 1 flame card to deal 1 magic damage. You may move 1 flame token from any hero, ally, or enemy to the targeted enemy. If you do, raise your enemy focus. But I don't know. Let's just attack with the Keltara to start with. So 1, 2, 3. That's going to move me up on the reinforcement track, going to move me over there, but that's going to deal 1 wound, plus 1 from her vulnerability to bladed attacks. So now she's going to die at the end of the defense phase. Alright, I think I'm going to pick up my Mercy of the Flames card and get rid of some of these burning tokens that are on myself. The burning that is on me. Oh no. I'm going to use that as my regular action. So I'm going to use a Flame Burst, I think, right now, which is discard 1 flame card to deal 1 magic damage, plus 2 to my focus. And we're going to do that. 1, 2. And we are going to... Now that's a divine ability. So we've got 1... like so, another wound being placed on that guy. And then I can move burning to one of these guys. We will do that, like so. Now, I actually don't want to move the burning tokens because of my Mercy of the Flames that I'm about to do. So that's actually fine how it is. And I don't want magic damage. That didn't really do anything to that guy. And then I have Mercy of the Flames. It says discard up to 3 divine cards. So I need another divine card. So I'm going to take this Grace of the Dawn. Yeah, we're going to take Grace of the Dawn because it is cheap. And I just need another card to discard. And we're going to use Mercy of the Flames and discard 2 divine cards to target 1 hero or ally. And move this up by 2 for every one so discarded. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, that's no good, actually. Okay, so instead of getting Grace of the Dawn and Mercy of Flames, I'm going to instead get Fiery Gaze, which is going to cost me 2. And I'm going to use that as my regular action. Discard up to 3 divine cards to move 1 enemy from any hero area to the quest area for each card so discarded. So we're going to do that. with... Actually, I need to move back because I undid my flame burst attack that I had done. So I'm going to actually move back to here, I think is where I was. And I had my Holy Immolation in my hand, and we're going to use this. We're going to discard these 2 flame bursts to move these 2 enemies back into the quest area. And check out what's going to happen now, actually, is because that was a divine card that caused that to happen, right? Where's my Fiery Gaze? Here it is. That's a divine card. I need to move up by 2, but that does another wound to the Red Sand Devil, and then they're going to die from their burning tokens, and we're going to be safe over here. Of course, we're going to take some damage from burning tokens, but yeah, I can deal with that next round. Okay. And then I have the Holy Immolation card still in my hand. I don't think I'm going to do anything else. So, yes, that is going to be it. So we're going to draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. I've got my Cauterize cards, so I get some free healing now. And then we are going to go into the defense phase. Now in the defense phase, I got to check my... Well, let's check the actual rules here. But I think in the defense phase, it basically goes like... Where is the defense phase? Assign blocking allies, activate each enemy once, resolve conditions. So enemies don't get activated because they are not in my hero area. But then, resolve conditions. Resolve all condition tokens on all enemies, allies, and heroes. Resolve the effect of each condition token only once. Remove 1 condition token you choose from that card or hero charter. The rest will stay there till the next defense phase. So... unfortunately, I'm going to take some damage from these flame tokens on my hero area, but we'll deal with that later. So these 2 wounds get put on the Ice Witch. These 2 wounds get put on the Red Sand Devil. So these guys are both dead now, like so. And that gives us a good amount of resolve. So I can deal with my wounds later. So we get 3 resolve out of that, and 2 more progress tokens here. Then we're going to deal with this. She loses 1 of those and gets 2 wounds. Deal with me. I have to bury 3 cards, unfortunately. And we will bury, let's see, 1 Flame Burst, 1 Flame Shield, and we'll do another Flame Burst. Now we'll do another Flame Shield, like so. And then I lose 1 of these. Actually, how much did that card cost? Oh yeah, that was my special. I need to get this special reward gear next. And then we have... that was the end of the defense phase, and then we have encounter aftermath. So the encounter has been completed. So we've completed the encounter, and then we get special rewards. Everybody drops their focus down. The condition has been improved. Everybody gets restoration, and we get rewards. So let's do the rewards first. All right, so we will draw a card and see what we get. It is a dagger. Actually, this would be a nice reward to get because she can equip daggers and wands. He can also equip wands. But the problem is it's a B card. So he's already got, I think, too many cards in his B area. But we're going to take the Arcane Dagger for her. Let me check the special. Yeah, this is both E's. So we'll give her the Arcane Dagger. So the Arcane Dagger acts as a dagger, but it also acts basically like his focus does, his Frost Runestone. Or no, not the focus. His what do you call it? Staff. So yeah, definitely take that Arcane Dagger. And then let's see what the next reward is. It is a long blade, so she can't equip swords, but he can. He would actually like to have a sword. I also really want to get this special reward gear out though, but it would be really nice for him to have an extra sword, since the sword that he does have is a B sword, and this would be an A sword. But you know what? I don't really want that Arcane Longblade that badly, so we're going to put the shield down, keep the Arcane Longblade up just in case, and we are going to spend 2 resolve from the pool and get the Ring of Dawnfire here. Like so. Okie dokie. And that is the end of that phase. Then we go to the time phase. We're going to move up by 1. Then we will go to the next round's reinforcement phase. We're going to drop the reinforcement deck down to 0. And then... Oh, you know, I don't think I actually got my restoration. So let's get our restoration. So restoration for this location is 1. And he's going to put... let's say Frostbolt and Cold Snap at the bottom of his deck, like so. And then she is going to get that Fiery Gaze back. We're going to get that Breath of Fire back. We'll put that on top. And let's get that Wisdom of the Flame back. Oh, no, she only gets 2 restoration. So we'll do those 2 cards for now. Okie dokie. And then reinforcements phase. Encounter, nothing happens. We don't travel. We've got to deal with this obelisk first. So we're going to get into the hero phases. And this is where I am going to get the Mercy of the Flames. So let's just buy that now. Mercy of the Flames, here we are. And I'm going to use it right now. So discard up to 3 divine cards. We're going to discard 2 divine cards. I also have this Cauterize. Might be using that. But let's... I guess we'll discard a Holy Immolation. Yeah, we'll discard a Holy Immolation. Well, we'll discard a Control Flame, I guess, and a Holy Immolation. Like so. And then this is pushing us up 1, 2, 1, 2. So that goes up like that. That goes over here. Uh-oh, it's a little dangerous now. And then for each of these flame tokens, they get 1 healing and can remove a condition. So basically, gets rid of all his flame tokens. And for me, I get 2 restoration actually, and can remove a condition or draw a card for each one. So we're going to get the 2 restoration for sure. So I get 4 restoration. And then I can remove those conditions from myself or draw some cards. And I might just keep the conditions on myself. I mean, why not, right? So I'm got 4 restoration and I get to draw some cards. So let's start with... I don't think this gets discarded until this action is completed, but these were discarded as part of the action. Let's get this Wisdom of the Flame down there. We'll get a Flame Burst. We'll get the Flame Shield and this other Flame Burst back from my burial pile, like so. Then this is going to get discarded. These go down like that. Then I have my Ring of Dawnfire that I can put out, like so. I have my Arcane Dagger that I can put out. And I have these Cauterize actions that I can do. Yeah, it's sort of expensive in terms of enemy focus. Yeah, that's fine though. So, I also have this Fires of Dawn, but that's not really doing anything for me right now. So let's do my Cauterize action. So one hero ally receives, well actually, let me put out my Arcane Dagger. So this is a B card, so we're going to put it over here, and this is where things start to get very crowded. I'm going to put that card like that, just a little bit overlapping the other cards. And that is one of these, so that's another one of these. That means that moves up. Unfortunately, now we are dealing 2 every time phase instead of just 1. Then I'm going to play this Cauterize card. I receive 3 Restoration, and this moves up 1, 2, 3. Oh, that would move the enemy focus back up. Oh, I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, we'll do that. So Reinforcements goes up. This goes up like that, unfortunately, and I get 3 Restoration points. So let's get this Mercy of the Flames back down there. We'll get this Holy Immolation. We'll put the Control Flame after that, and then the Holy Immolation after that. Like so. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. That goes like that. Like so. Okay. Perfect. And then the Cauterize card gets discarded, and then I can do it again, which I will. 1, 2, 3. And I get 3 more Restoration, so let's get this Cauterize card back down there, and we'll do a Flame Burst and a Flame Shield. And then that Cauterize card gets discarded. And I still have the Fires of Dawn card in my hand, and again I can just use my 2 ally actions, but I don't know if I want to do that. We'll use, instead of the ally action, we'll use my regular action 1, 2. That gets moved like that. And we'll do 2 wounds over here. Is that going to work? I don't know. Let's move this back like so. I don't know. I think I should do my ally action. The problem is it's going to move the Reinforcements track up again, which is really a problem. So I think... Oh, man. Yeah, we'll just do the... We'll just do the mace. So just the 2. So that goes like that. And then this mace gets put on top of my deck. Okay, very productive turn. And then we're going to draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. And then over to Herrig's turn. And this is going to be easy for him. We'll just move up by 1 and deal 2 more wounds to this thing. We need 1 more wound to kill it. I'm sure there is a way for him to do that. Let's start working on getting some things out into play, though. We'll get my Scroll of Wisdom out. This is takes up no space. And let's get my Ice Staff out. So that raises my enemy focus by 1. And then I have these Arcane Inspiration cards. So I'm going to use, I guess, a Frostbolt against this thing. And we're going to discard an Arcane Inspiration in order to do that. And so moves my enemy focus up by 2, which moves the Reinforcements track up by 1, which moves this time track up by 1, which moves this down like there. Oof. But this obelisk has now been destroyed. And then I can work on getting some cards attached to this blizzard. Let's see. Draw 2 cards. Well, probably just attach everything I have. Unfortunately, I don't really have too much. I can do my Frost Call and maybe get more cards. But I don't really have a lot to attach. I guess I should just attach from here, unfortunately. So we're going to do that. We're going to attach 1 to start with, this Frost Shield. And we'll stop when we feel like it. And that moves, no, not attached to there, attached to Blizzard. So that moves my enemy focus up by 1, but also moves reinforcements up by 1. And then we're going to do another one, and we'll just move the other one from the runestone to here. And that, again, moves my enemy focus up by 1 and reinforcements up by 1, which moves this up, and I don't want to do that anymore this round. But I've got 2 cards attached to it. Eventually I'll be able to do it. Yeah, every time I do that from now on, it's just going to be pushing that up more and more. I don't really like that. So I think we're good. I'm going to attach this frost. Well, I don't know. Should I attach the frost call to the runestone? I don't know. I think I should probably, right? Or I could attach it to the blizzard again. Yeah. Oh man, that's tough. I mean, that's pushing reinforcements up. It's just going to push the time track up and up and up and up, which nobody wants that to happen. Okay, we are back. I had a dead battery situation, and for some reason, I thought I could remember what was happening. If I charged my battery and then came back to the video later, I don't remember a thing. I sort of do. I think I was ending up Herrig's turn, and I was deciding whether to attach another frost card, which would push me up another 1 on the time track, which seems a little dangerous as it is right now. But then I would be 3/5 of the way to be able to cast my Blizzard spell. I think what I might do is just attach another frost card pretty much every time. He what am I gonna say? Once per encounter, basically. So I'm gonna try that and see how that works out for me. I've got 2 of them attached already. I don't really, yeah. In fact, I might not have even wanted to attach that last one because that pushed me up on the time track. But that was, in some ways, it was beneficial because it moved me over this raging enemy token that might have happened during a battle instead. So what I am going to do is I'm going to attach this Frost Call card to my Frost Runestone, like so. So I have another card attached to the Frost Runestone. I don't have to worry about it being in my hand. And then I'm going to do my rest action, which I don't think I had done yet, which I get 1, 2 restoration points, and I will put this Arcane Inspiration down there, and we will put the Frost Bolt down there, and then we're going to draw back up. I have an Arcane Inspiration in my hand, so that doesn't count toward my hand limit. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, like so, and then 1 more. Perfect. Then we got a full hand going on. And that is the turn. So then we go into the defense phase, nothing happens. Time phase, 1, 2. Yeah, this is bad. And then we get to move on. This is going to be really tough to get to over here at least, and then go back to the Black Gate. Oh, that's going to be a tough game, but hopefully we'll get it done. Reinforcements drops back down to 0. We get to travel. So we're going to go to the next location over here, the Field of Bones. It's a Wildlands location, and the special ability is Ancient Magic. After an encounter becomes the active encounter, please run progress on that encounter. Well, that's pretty nice, actually. Unfortunately, it doesn't give me very much restoration, unlike a lot of Wildlands locations. So let's get our encounter ready. That's not Wildlands. 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 There's a Wildlands one. Oh, I've played this one before. It's the Worm Cult. This is an interesting one. Okay, so this is green. Any Wildlander enemies from the green deck. And we're putting 3 out. Not a Wildlander enemy. Not a Wildlander enemy. This one's Wildlander. This is the same thing. This one's Wildlander. Alright, so we got 3 enemies out, 2 from original Mistfall, 1 from Heart of the Mists. And then we also have the setup rules. Draw from the green enemy deck until a worm is revealed. Alright, so we got to look for worms. Alright, we've got our crawler worm out. Alright, so the hero with the worm in their hero area at the end of their hero turn does not draw any cards unless 2 cards are collectively discarded. Whenever at least 2 wounds are placed on a worm enemy by a single effect, we get progression, and this ends when we have 3 progression or no worm enemies left in play. So basically, we just got to kill the worm. Interesting. Okay, so in our field of bones, we've encountered some shamans and some worms. So we'll start with, she's got the highest enemy focus, drop her down to 6. Herrig goes next, drop him down to 5. She goes next, give her the Hunter Swooper, down to 1, 2, 3. And this crawler worm is going to go to him and drop him down to 2. And let's see. This enemy reduces the draw of a player by 1 when in a hero area belonging to that player. This one requires extra range to target. Do I have anything that can cause me... no, I don't have that cool special ability that lets me... the Breath of Fire ability, that's what it was. So we're just going to have to deal with these guys. That one's got a vulnerability to lightning and piercing. That one's got a vulnerability to lightning and range. She should be piercing, but it says bladed. I guess she's using her sword, not her arrow. Okay, so let me take a look at my cards and figure out how I'm going to do this turn, and then we'll do the turn. Okay, I realize I did forget something. I remember to resolve my conditions. Now, I could have ignored that, but that would have pushed me up on the enemy focus track, which would have brought me down to 6. So we need to deal with putting out enemies again, because they're going to come out in a different order, and that's going to change some things around. So I think Herrig was up at 10. So he actually gets the first shaman, drops him down to 5. She gets the next shaman, which drops her down to 3. Herrig gets the Hunter Swooper instead of the Crawler Worm. That drops him down to 5, 2. And then she is going to get the Crawler Worm, and that drops her down to 1. So, forgot about that. And now I can deal with their turns.